welcome to Pre-Match Focus with your host, me, Tim.
And me, Lee. Hey there, mate. Right.
Yeah, you?
Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. Bit of a long weekend coming up, so that's all good, isn't it, sir?
Yeah, well, makes a change. The weather's been nice as well.
Yeah, that's what we're probably going to do this as quick as we can and shoot off into the garden, isn't we, sir?
Yeah, that's it. So this is a quick one tonight, I'm afraid, guys, because this weekend we're enjoying ourselves. So, right, let's crack straight on with it, Leroy, because we've got just Saturday and Sunday games this week, which span April and May. Hey. Right, so we've got Saturday, 30th of April. We're starting with the 12:30, which is Newcastle at home to Liverpool.
Yeah, you should straight away have your game of the weekend there, shouldn't you? I think.
Yeah, I reckon.
Let's hope they both wake up for it with the early kick-off and that. But,
That's the problem, innit? It's the early kick-off, which is sometimes a killer, innit? It's like a spirit killer, innit?
It is. Let's hope that St James is rocking. Hopefully they'll have the bars open at about 8 o'clock in the morning and then everyone's lashed up. So.
I'll be lashed out.
Yeah, well, we know what classics they used to conjure up, didn't they? And with them both in, I think they're both in the best form in the league, aren't they? So, should be a tasty game. Let's hope it's not going to disappoint.
That's it.
You got more chance of Newcastle giving it a go because of their own form as well. And Liverpool just keep winning, whether it's home or away, it doesn't matter, does it?
Yeah, it doesn't really matter for them, does it? They'll just keep still panning it out anyway.
They do, and it'd be great to see another 4-3, wouldn't it? But I don't think we're going to go as too overboard as last week, because that shot us in the foot last week, didn't it? All the goals.
Oh man, honestly, that killed us off. That
3-0-0s, we go out of that, didn't we? So,
do you know what? If I look back now, right, let me go back onto my sheets. So, taking the scores out of this, right, and you just go on results only, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 out of 10. It's not too bad.
No, the results are decent, isn't they? We're just hoping for goals. That's what we want.
Yeah, that's the thing. A couple of them did.
Yeah, well, I think the ones that we expected to have the most goals, obviously the City one, we expected them to absolutely change Watford, which they did, didn't they?
They did, yeah.
A little bit of a scare for them after 2-0 up, and then Watford somehow scored. Didn't expect Watford to score, to be honest with you. So.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, but that's what I think. As we come towards the end of the season, we'll see a few more crazy results. So. But with this one, I've still gone for Liverpool to win, because I don't think you can back against it at the moment. Whatever form Newcastle are in, it wouldn't really matter.
We said last week, didn't we? We said they'll probably win all the way through.
Yeah, them and City, very good chance of doing it. So, well, they did it a few years ago, didn't they? Where they both just kept winning.
Yeah, and they end up with a point.
Yeah,
this will be exactly the same this year. 1 point, that 1 point deficit.
Yeah, there's not going to be much in this.
No. So
but at the same time, it'd be nice to see a defeat for either team on the way to make it a bit more
spicy. Spice it up a bit, yeah. They'll probably lose both on the same week, though, won't they?
Yeah. But at least it'll make it entertaining, I suppose. Yeah. I've gone for Newcastle. Oh, sorry, Liverpool to win 2-1 at Newcastle there.
Oh, just caught. So go for that again. Sorry, mate. I caught a little gnat or something, whatever it was.
I thought you was applauding my prediction.
And that, yeah. Go on. What's your prediction?
2-1 Liverpool.
You actually broke up when you were saying that as well. Just say it again.
2-1 Liverpool.
I've gone with 3-1 Liverpool. I just think although we think everything, all the hallmarks around it, the crowd will be up for it and backing and whatever. They've beaten all teams worse than the hostile crowds like Atletico and whatever. They ain't fussed. They'll still beat them.
It's going to get feisty because Newcastle the crowd should be well up for it, and then when decisions go against a feisty home crowd, the refs will just, it'll just pick up the atmosphere even more. I'll get a lot there, Molyneux. That if there's one way of raising up an atmosphere at Molineux by having bad refs.
Yeah, I suppose.
So
Yeah.
if you have it at Newcastle, because Liverpool get a lot of decisions, to be fair to them, don't they? Go their way. So.
Too many.
I think someone put out the team of the year, and it was 11 refs in there for the Liverpool team.
So what's your tip for this one, Lee?
Tip is both score, no draw. I've added, as I mentioned before, just before to you, I've added a new feature where we'll put on the goal scorer and the booking for people to look out for. Probably based on a bit of form, maybe based on what's happened throughout the season. Say if a team concedes a lot of set pieces or something like that, So
okay.
So I've gone for the goal scorer to be Salah. I think with his he's just got his Football Writers Association award, hasn't he? So got back on the score sheet in the week, I believe.
Yeah.
Did he, or was it Mane? I can't remember.
Oh no, Mane.
He did score recently.
He scored last weekend.
Yeah, and the booking. Is Shelby starts, so I've gone for John Joe Silva.
Yeah, definitely. His old club.
Old Voldemort.
Yeah. Right then, on to the first of the 3 o'clock kickoffs. We see Aston Villa at home to Norwich. So Dean Smith returns.
They do, but
no, I mean, like, with a win.
If he'd have gone by my predictions this season, I think Norwich would have survived if they actually got the results that I predicted them to. Because I keep expecting them to conjure up something like where they have that bit of fight, and I think that's gone now.
Yeah, it's gone.
It's out the window. Villa have been in bad form, but there's no better chance than this one now to win it. And I think you'll see a glum Dean Smith face by 5 o'clock tomorrow, where his team's been defeated.
Right. Yes.
I'm for Villa to win 2-0.
2-0.
Norwich technically have something to play for. Villa shouldn't have. I don't think they'll get dragged into it now. So, but I can't see it being an enthralling game. It could be a scrappy game. Even though Villa have got good players, I think it's times when you haven't got to win for so long, but you need to do the scrappy wins, don't you? So,
yeah, that's the time, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, they got a good point to Leicester last week, who've hit their form back, to be fair to them. Villa just need to do whatever they can just to get 3 points on the board, make sure mathematically they ain't going to go down. And then they can look at new options, can't they, to try and explore a way of getting themselves into the top 6 next season, I think.
Yeah.
From Norwich's point of view, it's just I think they're happy to do the same, to be honest. You go up and down. They're going to be taking some records on the way with it.
They literally are a yo-yo club, aren't they?
Yeah. I mean, Albion, for me, used to be the epitome of a yo-yo club, but yeah, Norwich, I think they overtake it. I'm sure they do if they go down on this one. So.
You know what, I'll tell you what, if you split up the Championship, and if you split up some of the leagues slightly, right, and you kept, like, say, I don't know, say you kept 16 teams, or actually say 15 teams from the Premiership, right? If you kept 50 odds, it'd have to be even numbers, wouldn't it? So say 16 teams, and you took 4, which are commonplace of coming out, out of the league and going back down and then coming back up, like your Fulhams and your Norwiches and your West Broms and there's many of them. Many of them, right? And you put them in their own league in between that Premier League and the Championship.
Yeah.
You're a hell of a league.
I'd put them in that league so they can't get promoted to the Premier League and just keep going down. I'll take them off to another country or something.
But I suppose
make it a bit more interesting.
What the Super League would have done, isn't it?
Yeah. More than likely, so. Yeah, it would be in terms of, I mean, like the Championship's a great league anyway. You don't know where he's going to.
Yeah, absolutely.
To be honest with you, but yeah, it just gave a bit.
It's been a bit grim this year. Been a bit grim watching this year at times.
I've got back into it the last few weeks. To be fair, I don't know whether that's been my Premier League snobbery because I'm not used to Wolves winning the
end of the season fodder as well, isn't it? Everyone's going a bit nuts, and you always get the ordinary results and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's definitely picking up in terms of that. I think yes, I think we should see a better. I think footballers. I know, like you've seen the Cities and Liverpool play their amazing football, and certain teams have done bits and bobs. But I think people are getting back into the routine of weekend life with football and crowds and that. I know it's been a full season, but I think it's still quite raw to people getting back to it, isn't there? So
yeah, I suppose. Yeah. But yeah, well, we're drifting right off subject here, aren't we, dude? What's your prediction for Villa and Norwich?
I'm for Villa to win 2-0.
I've gone 2-1.
And simply just put down Villa win to that one.
Villa win. And your scorer and booking?
The goal, I think Coutinho's got a good record at Villa Park, so I'll go for him to score the goal.
Okay.
And the booking, I think Max Aarons is going to be the one because he's going to have his work cut out with Ramsey and Coutinho, and whether Luca Dean plays, I'm not too sure. Who's ever's a left back, he'll have his work cut out a bit.
Okay, sounds good. Right, then on to the second of the 3 o'clocks. We have Southampton at home to Crystal Palace. Don't know why, I wrote it down straight away. I wrote 2-2. It screams 2-2 at me, this. It just has that, it's just got that all over it, I reckon.
You're probably potentially right, yeah. I suppose I've gone 1-1 in terms of, I think a draw's more likely than anything, but it is the nothing game of the Premier League weekend, I think, isn't it? I think this is the only one that's absolutely nothing riding on it.
No, they're nothing to play for either of them at all. I know, yeah.
So hopefully we'll get the 2-2 in terms of a neutral aspect. But I've gone 1-1. Saints haven't been great recently. Palace aren't brilliant away from home, even though, I mean, everyone said what a great season they have, but the Premier League position isn't amazing, is it? So
no, it's all.
They play some really exciting stuff, but I suppose for them next season, it could be one to watch in terms of struggling next season. Palace, if they ain't going to get Conor Gallagher, he's going to be at Chelsea, isn't he? So they're going to have to replace him well.
I don't know whether he is, Would he get in there?
I think they will. I mean, like, if they're getting people like Ross Barkley on the bench, then they'll fob him off and put Gallagher in there, wouldn't they?
Yeah, I suppose you look at Jorginho and Kante at the wrong side of the thing,
Yeah, Kante is getting a bit older. You might rest him a little bit more.
He's got, and obviously, years Premiership experience as well. That always goes down well, doesn't it? A season under your belt.
We had one with West Brom. Obviously, probably many people don't notice. We had a season with West Brom, didn't we? Because of the lockdown season. So he was brilliant for them as well. He was brilliant.
Yeah, he was. He didn't have that long with them, really, though. Didn't have long as he's had with Crystal Palace.
Yeah, he's definitely had a longer run. I think it was January he went to Albion.
Yeah, he did the half-season thing, didn't he?
Yeah, he's had a couple of championship seasons or season and a half, or whatever it was. But yeah, I can see him at Chelsea next season.
Yeah, I definitely can too.
Yeah, I've gone 1-1. The tip for this one's Saints to get the most corners.
Okay, and who's your scorer and who's your booking?
Interesting one for goal scorer, Jan Bednarek, because of the amount of corners Southampton usually conjure up. I think he's one of the leading. So you take away Ward-Prowse and Broja and Adams, I think he's
your next scorer. High scorer, isn't he?
And the booking will be for Conor Gallagher. He'll probably boot the ball away from Ward-Prowse's free kick to stop him taking the free kick.
Something stupid like that, yeah. Right, then we'll move on to the third of the 3 o'clocks, which sees Watford at home to Burnley. This will be a whopper, this.
Yeah. I just wish there was more riding on it. I just wish Watford were actually with a chance, but they're not. Again, I've said it for the last 3 weeks now. They're as good as gone as what Norwich have been, even though they've been above Norwich in the table.
They've been the worst team I've seen in the Premiership this year.
In terms of
Premier League.
fight, yeah, I think in terms of fight as well for the position they've been in, they've just give absolutely nothing. I mean, Wolves have done it a few times this season, like a fair few times this season, where they look like they can't be arsed, but and Man United as well.
United, they packed
up
the bags and went on holiday months ago. Honestly, they're just not interested.
Yeah, so Watford to be in the situation, I mean, like every team has, usually down there, usually scraps of the lives, but you just can't see it in Watford. They're just resigned to it. Burnley just did what they had to do last week. I don't think it was amazing, but they deserve to win the game overall. And they will give that fight and they will grind it out. So I've gone for them to win 1-0 again on this one.
Burnley won.
And the tip for that would be double chance.
Burnley double chance. Okay. And who's your scorer for that one? And who's your bookings?
The goal's going to be a tricky one. I suppose keep an eye on the lineup. We come on last week and scored the winner. It was Mate Vidra, who also a bit of history to this one. He used to play for Watford, of course. So.
Yeah, he did, yeah. I can see that, I can see that a lot. Plus, he's
got
the fight.
You get this as well, don't you? You get this where there's a team in the relegation scrap where someone's been quiet from our season and just go on the purple patch. And they end up being the hero. Could he be the hero?
Like end of the season hero where they've not couldn't have burned off 2 years and then decided to score 5 in 2 or something.
One example there. Remember Connor Wickham doing it for some.
Oh yeah, Connor Wickham. Whatever happened to him? Did he go Irish League or something afterwards?
I think he's at MK Dons now. I'm sure I've seen him on. He's on the MK Dons bench. He ain't even starting for them.
That's awful.
I know.
And go on, who's your booking then?
James Tarkowski.
Of course it is.
Ben Mee's not there to take it, so Tarkowski will take it.
Right then, on to the last of the 3 o'clock kickoff sees your boys Wolves at home to Brighton.
Yeah, I mean, last of the Saturday 3 p.m.
You've piped down, haven't you, the last couple of weeks?
I think Wolves have as well. I think they got piped down, but I think they got the pipes and slippers up, I think so.
Oh, man, they're on holiday now and all.
I don't think
we don't want a trip to Europe next year. Fuck that. That's extra Thursday night. That's a Thursday night. Fuck.
Newcastle will be getting it this race.
Yeah, I know.
With everyone else losing. Yeah.
I said that, didn't I? I said about 4 weeks ago, I turned around and went, before we know it, they'll be in 9th. And now they're in 9th. It's like, wow, they're in 9th. Yeah, so, yeah, be interesting. I can't see him venturing too much higher than that. It'd push 8th, maybe. But,
well, with the running we've got now, if we don't win this one, I think we've got Liverpool, City and Chelsea, 3 of our last 4. So there's a chance it could overtake us. But I can't see it. That was it for Europe now, that defeat against Burnley.
That would be impressive if they can overtake you at this point. Like, from where they were, that's some good going, that.
Yeah.
It also shows how shite the rest in between have been.
It's a funny thing to say because we've been pretty good all season. Like, even when we've lost, we've give a good go. But the last few defeats, there's no energy on the thing. We play some nice, crisp passing. We don't penetrate teams enough. So,
I can't say United are the worst. How we're still where we are. It amazes me. Honestly, it seems like it's just been shit every single week, and you're like, ugh. And then you look and you're like, how are we still in 6th? Should we not be like 18th or 15th or something? It's been really weird like that this year. So
I think it has. I mean, like I said, it seems like ages since we've consistently put a good run of games together, and even though we've had a good season on paper, where you look at there, them last few games has just been soulless.
Yeah, quite good.
I'm not even bothered about the game tomorrow. I just want to have a drink. Forget about it, I think.
Having a social. Facing opposite way to your game.
I probably won't remember half of it. It'll probably be a good thing if it's going by the last few weeks.
Yeah, honestly, mate. That last week, I bet you went quiet anyway. I didn't hear from you for 2 days, so I realised that
I don't think there was nothing to say in it, to be honest, because I didn't do anything. Wang falls over a lot, and that's about it.
Yeah, I think I was about it. That was the highlight of it, anyway. Well, I've gone with 2-1 Wolves in this one. I think they'll pick it up again, and yeah, I genuinely think they might turn up for this one at home.
Let's hope so, because I don't think there's much chance of winning many others this season. We probably won't even beat Norwich on the last game. So. Is it Norwich on? No, the last game's Liverpool away. The last home game is Norwich, I think. Yeah, well, I've gone 1-1. In recent times, I've had the better of Brighton. I think maybe them playing prettier football over the recent years has benefited us to a certain extent. When they've been a rough and tumble team, we struggled to beat them.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
And over 9.5 corners is the tip for that one. Brighton definitely, I think I mentioned last week, them and Southampton outside of Liverpool and City.
Most corners by a mile.
Yeah. And we get a fair few at home as well.
And who's your scorer to look out for and your booking to look out for then?
If you start, he don't score me. He hasn't scored this season, Fabio Silva. But he's, for me, ahead of Jimenez at the moment in terms of the effort he's putting on the pitch. And he will eventually get there, I think. I don't think he'll ever be a world-class striker, but I think he's getting there as a good striker. Mm-hmm. And he's still a kid, so he's getting better with more game time.
He does look better off the ball, I must admit, and like even his hold-up play and stuff. And he's
definitely improved his strength.
He takes the ball a long way, doesn't he?
Yeah, that's probably his issue. He probably takes it a bit out wide too much for a striker, and maybe he just drifts too much, and he makes the work a bit harder for himself to do. I don't know. You need to. We tried it last week with Jimenez, but Jimenez sort of like played wide right and just don't do that. I just don't know what we're playing at the moment. We just need to change the formation altogether. I know. He come back with a smaller one last week, I think. I don't know whether he's trying to work his way into...
Looks like he's shrunk his head though, doesn't it?
It probably is. Probably all the frustrations, absorbing all the gel out of it into his head.
So go on, who's your booking then?
The booking would be for Romain Saiss. He hasn't really picked up as many recently, so he used to be a banker for it every week.
Q1. Right then, on to the 5:30 on Saturday, which sees Leeds at home to Man City. So with the early kickoff, Liverpool could go top, and then they could be put back in the place by 5:30.
Yes. Again, I'm sorry to Leeds fans because it feels like I've to lose every week, but this is
honestly your Leeds vendetta this year. Your Leeds Pontus Jansson vendetta.
The only thing has been with Leeds, I mean, I just can't trust that defence, and that is the only thing I can find. It'll just be. I mean, to be fair, they have got better. They've got a good clean sheet. They seem more organised, aren't they, under Marsh?
Yeah.
For Yankee knows what he's talking about, to be fair, when you listen to his interview.
No Yanks have ever done well in this, blah, blah, blah. It's like, he's doing all right, actually. I did think that the other day. I thought, he's still churning results out,
Yeah, I suppose
Bielsa was losing as well. That's the type of thing you've got to think about. The ones Bielsa was losing, he's pulling results out.
Yeah. I mean, I think they played for the draw against. I think most of their away games into the run of this season is to play
for a draw, get a point, even get some points because they're hard to come by, aren't they?
Yeah, he celebrated at the end, didn't he? March did, so it's obvious what he set out to do was to avoid defeat. So if they could have nicked the winner, then they'd have been over the moon. But yes.
They ain't winning this one, so no. I've gone with 3-1 to City.
I've gone for 3-0 City. And for City to keep the clean sheet this time, which could be a good odds because Leeds are a good goal scoring team, to be fair.
Mm-hmm.
But I think City will do the job expertly this weekend. I think
play it well.
Yeah,
I do too.
Probably well most weeks.
So who's your scorer in your booking then?
Goal scorer. It's hard to say with City players. You don't know who's going to play half the time, do you? Marva's come into my thinking, but Bernardo Silva, if he starts, would be my man for
that. Okay, and who's your booking then?
Booking would be for Dan James. He he's quite a feisty character, and when he gets going, he could have been sent off on Monday.
I know,
the way he's going. But being the next Man U kid as well give them a bit more, to
Fight.
try and let them. I don't think he'd be doing Man U any favours if he makes Liverpool win the titles. They don't matter.
Yeah, you'll have to have a long hard think about that one. So right then, anyway, let's move on to Sunday, the 1st of May, which sees the first of the 2 o'clock kickoffs as Everton at home to Chelsea. So Frank Lampard hosts his old club.
I keep thinking to myself as well about this, thinking that Chelsea are going to try and do him a favour and let Everton win this game, or try and give them a bit of something. But
no, they're not. No, they're not.
But I keep looking and thinking Chelsea are pretty much confirmed third, aren't they? I'd say after the Man U game. Man U definitely can't catch them now, can they? So
United ain't even going to get top 4. We can't catch Arsenal, I don't think.
But yeah, Everton are even though their own form is a lot better under Lampard than their horrific away form. And Chelsea, I think they were saying until the United game, have won the last 6 away, haven't they? Was it last 9 away? Something like that. Something silly. So there's
struggled at home more.
Yeah, they have. It seems to have been.
You get the crowd on your back, even like when they start going, ooh, It's a tough place, that, Stamford Bridge. But anyway, I fancy Chelsea 2-1.
3-1 Chelsea, I've had. Over 2.5 goals would be my tip for that one. I think Everton will nick a goal. I mean, if Chelsea take half the chances that they could have done at United in the first half, then...
Should have been 9.
I mean, I don't know whether to mention this now or on the Man United one, but how lethargic United, both teams seemed at the point. I've texted you, saying it was a pre-season friendly.
That was like really early, though. You messaged me early doors, didn't you?
Yeah. It was just rolling it back at the back. I think Chelsea probably would have been happy to have took the point until they took the lead. They wanted all 3, and then United scored straight away. But no, it's just passenger football, wasn't it? And then how easy they opened up United. It went through Chelsea's amazing build-up play, was it? It was through United's shit defending. So
exactly that. Exactly that. Well, I don't know. Who's your scorer in your booking then, Lee?
Well, he should have scored yesterday. Probably had a fair few chances to score yesterday. It'd be Reece James. Yeah, if I do that again against Everton, then surely he'll take his chance this time. I'm sure he scored against them in the reverse fixture as well.
Yeah, you might be right, actually. I think you were right. Thunderbolt, wasn't it? Did he not score 2?
I think he might have done, yeah. I remember scoring 2 against Newcastle as well. Well, it might have been that one, I can't remember.
Right.
Every chance against them.
Booking then.
I've gone 3 stars to be Mason Holgate. If not, then just keep an eye on Decore or Allen, I suppose, in front of the back 3, 4, whatever it's going to be.
Ideal. Right then, on to the second of the 2 o'clock kickoffs on Sunday, which sees Tottenham at home to Leicester.
Spurs are going to Spurs it again. Not as badly as you think.
It might do, as well.
Not as badly as you think. I think it'll be a draw. In Leicester, like I've mentioned earlier, getting better, aren't they? Getting the players back as well. And Spurs are one of these, if they do go behind to Leicester, Leicester aren't going to roll over as easy as some of the ones where they have conceded an early lead to Spurs, where they've sort of picked it back up, like a Brentford type game or something like that, or Norwich if I scored early against them. But Leicester will be tougher now because, like I said again, the defender's back for Farner seems to be back and like he's never been away. So
that's the thing; he's done really well since he's come back in, and we said when he comes back there'll be a much better prospect.
Yeah, and James Justin as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Justin back
as well. So, well, I'm going to put it out there. I went 2-2.
I've gone 1-1 myself. Yeah, so both teams to score on that one. We both win if we got that one.
Okay. And who's your scorer and your booking in that one then, Leroy?
Hoping very starts who you did in the week, Jamie Vardy.
Vardy's having a party.
Yeah, whether they'll play, I don't know how serious his last injury was. So I don't understand. I think he'll feature, won't he? Definitely. So.
Yeah, he'll feature, mate.
So even if he doesn't start, he'll probably get a good half hour to get something out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And the booking's gone for Dewsbury Hall.
Dewsbury Hall. Ah. Can't be bad. Right then, on to the 4:30, which concludes the Saturday and the Sunday, which is West Ham at home to Arsenal. This is a big game, this.
It is. I mean, like West Ham, because of the Europa League run, it feels like they've been part of this European Super League takeaway, haven't they? Just been taken away from the Premier League.
Yeah, literally as well, yeah.
Just contributed nothing to the Premier League in about the last month or so. So.
No, been rubbish.
Arsenal have definitely come back. Yeah, Arsenal have come back a bit. This will be a tough game for them now. You know, West Ham turn up, then they're in for a hell of a game.
West Ham as well. I think it'll be a draw.
I've gone for Arsenal to win it, but don't be surprised to see a complete reverse of that because West Ham might be really peed off from losing in the week to Frankfurt. So.
Yeah.
Another point to prove. Because if they don't win that return leg, then there could be no Europe whatsoever for them. So
exactly.
So they've got to put the fight in for it, and it's a derby, a London derby as well, you know. So
I've got 1-1.
2-1 Arsenal. I've done.
And that tip is
40 booking points.
Oh, is that on your Sky Bet?
Yeah, if over 39.5 if you want it as 40 booking points for William Hill.
Okay.
Etc.
Who's your scorer and your booking?
And for the man in form still, it's Bukayo Saka to score. The booking, probably everyone will get it. He'll get himself a Granit Xhaka.
Granit Xhaka, of course it is. Brilliant. Oh, he's a cuss to himself. Right then, on to the last and concluding of the weekend's fixtures, which is Monday night, 8 o'clock, which sees Man United at home to Brentford. May as well have just play the kids now, innit?
Yeah. Well, they had the chance. I suppose they had the chance. Roy Keane had a good point, didn't he? To be fair, when he's in the bench after the game, he was saying, why are you bringing on Massa and playing Matic and all that? You know, they're going.
Exactly.
Why do they keep asking them, but they're leaving when they've got 3 more games to play for the club?
Why should we do them a favour and play them? You know, you're going to come out publicly and say you're not playing for us next year, then start planning for bringing some of these kids in that'll have like 5 games experience more than they would have done anyway.
Yeah.
So,
it'd be the perfect game to play them in. I mean, like, at least...
Hannibal Mejbri needs to be playing. Garnacho needs to be like brought in right now. Also, they need to be doing the same with Charlie McNeil. And they've got this Alvarez kid at fullback. They need to be bringing them in now. You know, bring them in now.
Even if it ends in defeat, it's the perfect game to bring them in because it will rough them up. Because Brentford have got some real players who will give them a taste of what it's like to be
exactly at that level. Yeah.
They'll be up for it. Every team, even as poor as Man United have been, every team wants to go to Old Trafford and win.
Of course they do. It's a big day out, isn't it?
Yeah.
And most teams believe they can win Old Trafford now. That's
the problem for United, yeah. So.
Yeah. Years ago it wasn't like that, but now it Well, I've gone with the same philosophy, and I think Brentford are going to win 2-1.
I've gone for United to win 2-1 based on the fact that I thought they improved their second half performance and might be a little bit buoyed for it, but Brentford's
not seeing what I'm seeing.
What was that?
Not seeing what I'm seeing.
It was a bit better, and hopefully, for their sake, they've got to win this game, haven't they?
The other day.
They've got to win this game, United. I know there's not much riding on it, really. I know you say Europe, but you don't really want Europa League, do you? So, well, neither the half of the Man United players well.
They don't. I don't think, mate. They've
got to prove a point to this crowd and to the new manager. They're all fighting for the careers. if they're that bothered about staying there. Because half of them aren't. Half, like you say, half of them are coming out and publicly saying I'm leaving in the summer already. I've never known this.
Exactly. But it'll be a good thing though, because half of them need to leave. Majority of them need to leave. The exodus is great, but who's going to want them? They'll be like, nah, you're all right.
And the wages as well.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They're on astronomical wages. Who's going to buy them? They can put themselves in the window, but realistically, we could be stuck with a load of prima donna cunts that just don't want to play. So
it is a very, it's almost as bad as the Liverpool fall from grace. This is from when they've done it.
Yeah, because of the disrest, it's like the unrest, and it's just like there's just so much wrong with the club at the minute. But anyway, I'm not going on with that. I think 2-1. You think 2-1 to United. I don't. But anyway, what's your tip for this one? Drafting over that one quickly. I don't want to. It stressed me out.
Probably surprised we've had a Man United player to score in this one. So.
Oh, what in the tip? Ronaldo?
I haven't gone with Ronaldo. I think Bruno Fernandes is going to end up a bit of a balanced spell, I think.
Tip?
Yeah, to score.
Bruno to score.
He's getting in positions, isn't he? He's just not gotten much confidence. So if you can get in the right position and just tap it in somewhere, at least you get something out of that. So.
Yeah, I suppose. And who's your scorer then, Bruno?
I was just looking at that, I was thinking.
That's why we're getting confused at. So what's your normal tip then? That wine's going to your head.
That's water, that is. In a wine glass, honestly. Yellow card. I could have easily said Pontus Jansson, couldn't I? But I'm not going to say Pontus Jansson. I've left him alone for the rest of the season now. It's Christian Norgard.
And he'll be back on next week then, yeah?
Pontus, yeah. He'll probably do something and roll me up, won't he? If he does it against Man United, it might be funny. He might turn into a
me up this week.
There's a good chance he could do, but then again, you're probably not that bothered this season. You'll probably just laugh at him, won't you? So.
Yeah, I don't care anymore, me, Lee. I'm past caring. I'm a Salford fan now, I've told you.
Yeah, the proof's in the pudding there. He did wear one of the shirts, some of the shirts. So if anyone doubts him, then he's definitely got it on there.
Coming back, Leroy. He's coming back. Right then, guys. That concludes our show for today. So please like, share, and subscribe. Click the bell button to keep up to date with our notifications and everything that we put up. Hope some of these tips go well for you. Don't put them all on. Split them up. We've had this discussion. And haven't we, Lee?
Yes. Yeah, we'll keep saying you'll be a millionaire if you go them all. I tell that now.
I reckon, as I said earlier on, if you look at like who we're actually saying is going to win half of the time, if you took the actual correct score out of it, then you're probably doing quite well, I should imagine. So pick them out, pick them wisely. So good to see everybody. We will be back again next week. Not many games to go now before our break. And we're good to see you, Leroy.
And you, mate. Have a good long weekend.
Yeah, nice long weekend. Let's go and enjoy some sunshine. Hopefully it'll be sunny. So
Indeed. Oh, mate, have a good one.
Take care, guys. See you later.
See you later.
See you guys.
See you later.